characteristics. Meaning, I have to go to a seminar. I can't let these people down. My thoughts. I have to go. I got to get up. I got to get up. My thoughts control my body. Let's go. I'm up. Let's do this. My body controls my actions. I walk from the hotel to across the street because I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. It becomes a habit that I don't let people down. And then people know me as my characteristics. It says you're a stand-up dude. You don't let your fans down. But it starts with yourself and it starts with discipline. That's the only thing I learned in martial arts. Forget the punch, kick, block, flips. Yeah, that's not what karate's all about. Karate's about to give you the discipline. Nobody in the morning wakes me up and says, hey, you got to work out. Hey, you have to go to this next con. Hey, you need to go to Brazil. You need to go to Canada. You need to go over here. Nobody tells me that. In fact, I'm my own boss, which is more dangerous. Just imagine you being your own boss. Would you work? I don't know. You wake up in the morning, you say, oh, I'm so tired. Guess what, guys? I'm not coming in today. It actually takes a lot more discipline to become your own boss. Because I can do whatever I want to do. I don't have to show up. I don't need to work. I got staff. But then that shows my characteristics. And it becomes a bad habit. So therefore, I'm not upholding my high standards of what I have. So when people say about karate, it's empty. Man, okay, look what I learned from Jason. Oh, did you go to the seminar? Yeah, cool. Hey, what'd you learn? That's just empty moves. It's empty emotions. I'd rather have you say, you know what I learned? Man, just a discipline in karate. And I learned to start speaking good things. Because you know the secret of the universe DVDs? There's no secret. What do you mean a secret? You know the movie I'm talking about? The Secret, where you put your thoughts out into the universe. There's a girl in Montreal. I don't know a lot of actors or actresses. I just go by how people treat me. I don't care who you are. I don't care what TV show you do. I hang around celebrities all the time. If I don't like you, I probably won't talk to you. If you don't say hi to me, I probably won't say hi to you either. But there's a girl. She's been on seminars, and they said, is there anything you're allergic to? She says, yeah, I'm allergic to bees. I hope no bees come in here. And I've never seen a bee in a conference hall in the VIP. And she said this, and all of a sudden there's a bee in there. It's because she spoke it. That bee must have heard and said, oh yeah, ha ha, I'm gonna get you. You ever said anything and it comes true? And then even bad stuff? I knew it. I knew my friend was gonna backstab me. I knew it, yeah? Put it out in the universe. You want something to happen, put it out there. And that's the most important thing about karate. It really starts with discipline and dedication. And you know what? We might be to the point where we're like, okay, I'm listening. I'm too old for that. I don't care. My characteristics are set. My habits are set. I don't care. But you have children that you can train right now to become better people and to have discipline. And we need to tell our kids, number one, if you say something, you do it. It doesn't matter what happens. If they say, yes, I'm going to do this, then they got to do it. And it's very hard being a parent. I'm a parent, because there's no manual. You're like, oh man, you screw up one kid, you got another chance, and oh, thank God I got another chance. But there's no manual. But if I could teach my kids one thing, it'd be a man of your word and stick to what you say. And that's what I can say about martial arts and what I've learned through it. Now, beyond all that, I love punching people in the face when I fight. That's great. I love kicking monsters. Awesome. I love doing all that stuff. And karate has definitely got me through life. If I didn't know karate, I wouldn't be booked on Power Rangers. I would not have I auditioned, they said audition, and I did karate. And they were like, basically, almost in a nutshell, you're hired. You know, because now you can fake karate. Everybody fakes karate in movies. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll start with a few questions, martial arts related. And then we'll go through a few self-defense techniques. But remember, the words I speak control my thoughts. My thoughts control my
actions.
Good, you guys are good. My body controls my actions. My actions are, and after habits create my characteristics. So therefore, if you follow that format, you'll always be fine. So what I say this for is a lot of people that cosplay, that make costumes, that they might think other people like, you're stupid, man. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? That's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You blah, 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 blah. No one said that Tony Hawk was a waste of time skateboarding. Now everyone wants to be Tony Hawk's friend because he's got millions and millions of dollars, right? But during the time, they always said, hey, skateboarding is a waste of time. And he believed in it because he was passionate. I guarantee you he didn't ride his skateboard and think, one day I'm going to be a millionaire riding a skateboard. He probably thought, I'm going to be a champion. I want to be a champion skateboarder. It's not about the money. When you become an actor, it's not, I want to make millions of dollars one day. If you say that and you want to do that, boom, you're shot down. You'll never make it. Because you're not going to be blessed just with the money, because what comes with is the passion that's in between you and the money. If you make costumes and you hate it, you're not going to make good costumes. Period. If you take pride in it, like the costume contest, hey, I made this costume, it took me 1 year, Iron Man, he won, because he's passionate about making them. So if you're miserable about something, and I don't mean go home and tell everyone off and quit your job, and say, I said it. That's not what I mean. I mean, sometimes in life, you've got to make little changes. I have a tattoo that's all about Vegas, Las Vegas. People are like, oh, you're a big gambler? I hate gambling. I won't lose $1. I just hate gambling. But I don't gamble in Vegas, I gamble in life. Sometimes you gotta take a risk. And wherever your risk takes you is what's meant to be. You ever had a door closed on your face? It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be, and you're so devastated that you don't understand what happened, you don't know why. It's because when a door is closed, you start looking at the door and you start crying at the door. But if you step back at the door and you look around, you say, thank God that door closed. Thank God I left that guy. Thank God I left that girl. Right? Or you'll always maybe think, thank God she left you. But the point is, things happen for reasons. And for whatever the reason, things happen for. And you just got to go with the flow. When I say live fearlessly, I don't mean to be dumb. People are like, yeah, okay, live fearlessly. I'm going to jump out of airplanes and I'm going to jump off bridges and you're risking a life. It's not about that. It's about what I want to do. It's like me saying, why do you come to cons? Why do you skydive? Why do you dress up? Why do you do this? Why are you here? Why are you doing karate? Because I love karate. There's certain things and certain outlets that we need. If we don't have the outlets, we're going to go crazy. Let's work 7 days a week. That will make you go crazy, right? We need outlets. And this is your outlet. Raise your hand if you love coming to cons. Raise your hand if you're not here today. Raise your hand if you just don't care. All right. Any questions martial arts related, then we'll do a little bit of training, okay? I'm not going to be at my table today. I got to leave right after this. There are some people that were asking about photos or pictures. I told Francis the last 10 minutes, if you want something, I can try to, just talk to her about it. I can try to sign, but I really got to go to my flight, but we'll handle it a little bit. I just don't want to leave no unhappy fans. Yes, questions? Martial arts related.
Yes. I asked yesterday if I had a chance to do a demonstration of the cases.
And I told you I'll be in my karate gi, and again, I'm in tight Levi's. But are you on my Facebook?
Yeah.
You are? I always have demos and stuff. But I'll teach you guys some hard stuff today. I'm going to teach you guys some stuff today. All right? Next questions, yes?
How many different styles have you studied?
I've done 7 different styles mixed together as one. So basically you take the best things out of each style and mix it together. It's kind of like making a cool shake. Put different stuff in it and it comes out and that's kind of like my style. I don't know why I said that, like making a shake, but the shake does sound good. A few more questions, then we'll get started. Who else had a question? Yes?
What was the first style you learned?
First style I learned was American. So I was fortunate to learn the mixed martial arts at the very beginning. My instructor's name is Chris Casamassa, who I started with. He played Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie. So it's funny because Bat and Son were doing a battle between the White Ranger and Scorpion. And it's pretty funny to actually grow up to be a superhero and fight your same instructor character. Although in martial arts, you have to understand that's not acceptable in a real tournament. You can never compete against your sensei, ever. That's the traditions. I don't care if they're super old and you go to the same competition, you gotta bow out. Just because you gotta give him respect of when he taught you everything. When someone teaches you something and you move on beyond them, like say someone taught you how to sew and cosplay, now all of a sudden you've moved on and you don't give them the time of the day because you're way advanced, you gotta give those people, hey, thank you for the start, man. You started me. That's the roots of what it is. Even like in acting or doing conventions. I started very small in conventions and just saw a few people and stuck with it. I was happy to have one person in class as I do 1,000. I train my staff that you teach class the same. If you have one person or 1,000 people, class remains the same. Meaning, all right guys, feet together, hands to your side. We're moving versus, oh, it's just you in class? All right, push-ups. I don't like that. It's got to be equal. So always remember the people that brought you up. Because remember, when you're on top of the valley, like a lot of these guys are, they think they're on top of the mountain, but it took what to get on top of the mountain? And then when you get kicked off the mountain, where are we? We're back in the valley with everyone else. So you're going to be back. That's like being a police officer going to jail. You get it? All right, hey, you locked me up, all right? Okay, so any more questions, then we'll get started, because I do need to get people spread out a little bit. We'll do a few exercises. We'll do a few different kicks, the difference between regular karate and Muay Thai. But the most important thing is I'm going to teach you a few commands, some of the bows, something you can leave home with, because we don't have a lot of time to train. I'll teach you a few kicks and punches, but at least when you go home, you can say, hey, this is what I learned. And if you can remember the format, it's worth every penny, even though this is free, that the words I speak, if that makes sense. I tell people, hey, you don't work free for nothing. All right. Words you speak control thoughts, thoughts control body, controls actions control your habits become your. All right, very good. With that said, are you all ready? Who's going to participate? Raise your hand if you're participating. All right.